Hi, my name is Mike Nash, I'm the author of Aggressive Health, and here I am again in my bathroom. Why am I in my bathroom? You probably know by now, because I'm doing my best to convince you that next to your toothpaste, for your health, as important for your health as brushing your teeth every day, is to have a magnesium chloride spray. Now, we've done a lot of videos on this. I suggest you watch as many as you can. The one we did last time was on weight loss. Now, I thought I'd continue the subject of weight loss with regards to detoxification. Now, if any of you have read Detoxify or Die by Sherry Rogers, Sherry actually mentions that there's a 500-fold difference from person to person, as much as 500 difference in their ability to eliminate toxicity from their body. So the question then becomes, okay, so let's take someone with a strong propensity to be able to eliminate toxicity compared to someone with a weak sort of disposition. One of the factors that might make a difference is the level of magnesium in their body. Why is this the case? Well, they've shown that when magnesium levels are up, guess what can show up in a person's urine? An increase in lead and an increase in cadmium. Now you might think, well, what are these? These are toxic metals. Cadmium, for example, is in cigarette smoke is very toxic. So anyone you know who's smoking on a consistent basis, their cadmium levels will be off the charts. So for somebody like that who's a smoker, magnesium spray on a regular basis of magnesium-rich food is going to help eliminate that cadmium out of their body. Now, you might be thinking, well, what's the big deal with these heavy metals? When we take things like cadmium, aluminium, mercury, arsenic, all the toxic metals, they can have a propensity, or they can lead you down a road to the destruction of the pancreatic beta cells. Now, we spoke a little bit about this in the video before. It's your pancreas that dishes out the insulin to keep your blood sugar levels under control. But if you're going to take on board toxic chemicals which are going to destroy your pancreas and the beta cells in the pancreas, then it's going to make life a little bit more tricky. So you want to make sure that your cells are protected from heavy metals, and it's been shown that when magnesium levels go up, the cell is protected. So that's another reason to use a spray on a consistent basis. Also, when magnesium levels are up, there's increases in the urine, which suggest that it's also good at binding heavy metals and eliminating heavy metals. And we've also spoken in a previous video, if you've been watching along, that far infrared saunas are really good for this. Now, the only problem with far infrared saunas, as well as stripping this toxicity out of your body, remember, you're sweating a lot as well. Now, when you sweat, don't take this for granted, okay? When you sweat, you're excreting a lot of magnesium, okay? This is why athletes need to pay particularly close attention, because it's been shown that as they raise their magnesium levels up, and remember, it's athletes that are sweating more than most people with their increased activity levels. When their activity levels are up and they're sweating more, magnesium levels deplete. So at the bottom of this video, actually, if you're watching this on the blog, if I remember, I'll put a link to a few articles where some top football teams have started using magnesium therapy as part of their overall program. So the bottom line is this: if you want your pancreas to remain healthy and you want the pancreatic beta cells to be efficient in their insulin output, you want insulin receptor sites to be sensitive, you need to get heavy metals out of your system, especially mercury. It's been shown as well that children with very, very low magnesium levels potentially could be more at risk at vaccinations which have been shown to be laden with mercury. So that's something to keep in mind, especially if you're about to give birth. You might want to make sure that you pay close attention to feeding your children very rich magnesium foods, such as greens blended up somehow. So take that information on board. And the other thing to mention as well is that it's not just heavy metals that you need to be concerned with. Unfortunately, we live in a toxic world. Arsenic, they use it a lot these days to feed to chickens, because it causes the chicken's growth rate to increase. So therefore they get quicker growth of chickens. That's more chickens sold, that's more money. It all comes down to the pachingo. And you've also got the other thing as well, like you look at something like bread, okay? Not all breads are created equally. You look at white bread, there's a chemical that they use to make white bread white called alloxan, okay? A-L-L-O-X-A-N, I think that's how you pronounce it, alloxan. They use it to make white bread white. Guess what it does? it destroys the beta cells of the pancreas. So here you've got a substance that not only raises blood sugar levels, okay, a refined white bread product, not good. It's also got a chemical in it that's destroying the cells in your pancreas, which wants to output insulin in order to keep your blood sugar levels down. You know, it comes to a point where you have to laugh at all this. And then you've got the pharmaceutical industry that step in, you know, that apparently don't seem to know their arse from their elbow, or maybe they do, but they're more interested in making money. So, and a lot of pharmaceuticals reduce magnesium, which, as we said earlier, magnesium levels reduce in the cell, insulin receptivity decreases, and you've got yourself a proper big problem on your hands. So watch this video again, pay close attention to other videos, make sure you do the following. Do the best you can to get heavy metals out of your diet. Get your magnesium levels up, choose things like chlorella that I talk about in the back of Aggressive Health, read that section if you've got it. You'll find it in the superfood section right at the back at page 268. In fact, the chlorella information is on page 200 and... where is it? 269. Coriander is another good food as well. And if you read in Dr. Sherry Rogers' book Detoxify or Die, you will read about alpha lipoic acid. You combine those three together, kaboom! You've got some serious heavy metal reduction strategies. So that's it for today. We'll see you in the next video. It might not be about magnesium, it might actually be about something else. Alright, we'll see you then.